I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story that recently happened in the last few months for Johnny Slicks. I'm just going to get your opinion. Probably not supposed to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it anyway. So we got a letter from a very large company, which you could say is a competitor. I wouldn't say it's a competitor. It's a publicly traded company that, if they wanted to wrap us up in legal, they have infinite amount of money and can just completely bankrupt us and screw us. Here's what the thing is. They basically came after some of our advertising, saying that we were misleading people. And the misleading was, and I'll tell you where we went wrong. The misleading was that we were misleading customers, saying that products, and you probably seen some of these videos that we made, these products were damaging to the endocrine system, that were making people's hair fall out, that was just unhealthy for people and their children, etc. And all of the ingredients that are listed in there. Now, there are studies on the government website that we have on our website. If you go down to the bottom of Johnny Slicks, you can read all the studies about our products, ingredients, and other ingredients that are causing harm to people's body. But they were saying that there was inaccurate, and it was in guidelines, it was against the guidelines of the FTC and whatnot. So anyways, so we had to pull them down. And I agreed. I said, okay, we're going to pull them down because, and here's the reason where we messed up. We were comparing we were actually showing other products and actually showing the ingredient list of those other products. So we would show a product and be like, this is the product, and this is the ingredient list, and this is the ingredient that, per the government's own FDA website and some of the public studies that have been done out there, saying that these are bad for you. And we got hammered over it. No big deal. We'll make new ads and we'll just talk about the ingredients, and you can do the research for yourself. Plus, we published all the studies down there. But I think this is the problem, right? The problem is that they have this power that they can do so, and they can just say, nope, that's what it is. And then the government jumps on board, and the FTC, when the FTC says one thing, and then the CDC says one thing, and then the FDA says one thing, and then you go to another government website where all these published studies are all verified and whatnot, and it says the exact same thing that we're saying. And it is confusing to the consumer. And, we're trying to be a very transparent, American-made, completely organic company. Not trying, we are. And so we want to educate the consumer. We want to educate you guys that this is happening, that these products are bad for you. It's the whole way Johnny Slicks got started. And they were saying that we were being unethical. I'm like, aren't you being unethical? So anyways, where do you guys stand on that? We did a poll on Johnny Slicks, and the first thing that you guys cared about, well, the people that did the poll, was one, American made. The two was organic, which still shocked me. I thought the majority of people didn't care. I thought there was a small group of people that thought. But the reality, the second biggest reason why people buy Johnny Slicks is we're fully organic. And so hopefully there's a tide shifting that these companies kind of jump on board and start, picking better ingredients. But it's difficult. We know, we have supply chain issues. We have, to scale Johnny Slicks to the size that we have, and can maintain, 100% organic ingredients at scale is difficult. There's a lot of people that come in like, I want to be your beeswax provider. I'm like, okay, I need 4,500 pounds of beeswax every month. And they're like, whoa, I can do 100 every 3 months. And it's like, well, that ain't going to cut it. Anyways, but in the comments, if you guys can drop me, some feedback of where does that sit with you? Is that right? Is it ethical? Are they being unethical, or that they're not disclosing their ingredients, and how that it could harm you over a long period? Obviously, if you use shampoo one time, it's not going to harm you, but consistent use over a decade probably is going to harm you. It's gonna mess with your endocrine system. It is going to cause damage to your sebaceous glands, and potentially cause hair loss. And if you have genetic hair loss, then it's going to even make it even faster, cause more dry skin, eczema, etc. There's a whole host of things. But I know we're doing the right thing. But I was just curious to see, what you guys say. Johnny Slicks is going to keep being Johnny Slicks. We're going to keep doing the thing that we're doing. So it was just, an interesting thing that happened, and we're not changing anything. So, all right, let me know in the comments. Love you guys. And buy Johnny Slicks, American made, all organic. And you can use code Stay Slick anytime you want.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate that. Remember to like it. Remember to drop me a comment. I want to respond to it. I'm actually the one responding to the comments. And if you like this video, you're going to absolutely love this one right here.